Back with more Angel. This is episode 1 of season 4. Holy hell, here we are. Season 4, the penultimate season of Angel. But I don't think it's going to really feel that way. I think the ending of Angel is just going to sneak up on me next season because we still have a long way to go. You know, I feel like Buffy's going to end this year, for sure. I think Angel will just about carry on into 2021. So I think, you know, we're going to have a bit more Buffyverse even after Buffy's gone, and that's actually very comforting. I'm glad we're not going to lose Buffy and Angel at the same time. I like that I am going to be kind of carrying on with some characters that I've grown to know and love for, you know, the past 2 years, even after Buffy ends. So that's really nice to know. And yeah, very excited to kick off a new season. Coming off of season 3, which was my favourite one of the show so far. I adored season 3 so much. Angel is at the bottom of the ocean, not great. Cordelia's God knows where, again, not great. Wesley, not great. So at the moment it's just Fred and Gunn, because even Lorne's gone, not great. So yeah, Holt's faked his death, bit of a mess with Connor and everything, so who knows what on earth they're going to do with this first episode. I feel like maybe it's going to be about getting Angel out of the ocean. That would be a priority, I think, once they've realised what's happened, but they're not really going to know what's happened to Angel, I suppose, and I'm intrigued to exactly see what they're going to focus on and how the plot's going to unfold for this premiere. And yeah, this season, I know it's quite split amongst fans. I know a lot of people cite this as the worst, not just season of Angel, the worst Buffyverse season, which is crazy. And I've had people telling me that since I started Buffy, even more so once I started Angel. But you know, I tend to sometimes have opinions that are in the minority. You know, I really like Buffy season 1, so I'm intrigued to see what I'm going to think of this and what I'm going to make of it. It's going to be quite something, I think. And yeah, I'm just really happy to jump back in and see all these characters again. Buffy's got off to a really strong start this season, so hopefully Angel can do the same with its premiere. And yeah, I was even thinking about Angel the other day. Spoilers, actually, for The Old Guard on Netflix. Skip ahead like 20 seconds if you haven't seen it or don't want to get spoiled on it. Basically, there's like a very, very minor character in that who gets locked in like a cage and thrown into the ocean, and they're like immortal, so they keep like drowning, coming back to life, drowning, coming back to life, drowning. And I was like, oh my god, this is like Angel. Is he going to be okay? So Angel's always in my thoughts, the show. Fred is always in my thoughts from Angel. So yeah, this is going to be really cool to finally get back into the season, see what's going to happen next, and what they have in store for season 4. Going to be interesting, so let's get into it. Is this a dream?
No,
I'm getting serious the body vibes and I don't like it. Oh!
To family.
Definitely a dream. They're not just going to fix it in a time jump. Not the Buffyverse.
Do I have to watch this part?
Connor! Let them kiss!
Come on.
Oh god, that's so awful. Ew. Oh boy, oh no! We're literally 5 minutes in, they've already broken a fucking window.
And look what it got you.
Oh.
We just want to talk to her, that's all.
Angel left you a little toy, huh?
Unhand her.
More than one.
Ah, yes! And I love those things. I love them even more on Fred. Yeah! Yes! No! Damn! Thanks, Connor. Can you take your dad out of the ocean now? Surprised he didn't just jump on him. He likes jumping.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
We spent the last 3 months chasing one dead end after another trying to find Angel and Cordy, and the only thing we're closing in on is
He's been in the ocean for 3 months.
He's lost the mission, bro.
Well, we're about to lose this whole place, and you know you can't say bro.
He's escaped! Hooray!
You do.
Oh, I want this to be real. And I want them to make out.
So beautiful here. I can't remember what it was like. Not knowing you. Not being close to you. I needed you to know that.
Feels like they're gonna... Oh, yeah! I know it's fake, but yeah! Feels like she's going to start singing My Heart Will Go On. Or The Winner Takes It All, depending on the movie.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What on earth?
If she knows what happened to him,
You little snake.
Go get your weapons.
And use them on
Think
yourself.
that's a good idea? Wesley doesn't give a damn about us.
Have we given him a reason to?
He's made his choice.
He did say never come to him again, didn't he? Oh, fuck, I'd forgotten about this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck was a poor choice of words there.
I didn't think kidnapping his son would have such a negative effect on our friendship.
You thought you were doing the right thing.
Mommy's joking about it.
Confusing.
Oh, goodness.
I have no idea where Angel is, Lila, or what happened to her. And I really couldn't care.
Wow.
Keep telling yourself that.
It's time.
Oh!
Let's go for a boat ride.
That's very 50 Shades of Grey, and I don't like it. Do you think Justine could hear it all?
Lucky and catch us a nice shopping.
You were always a slave, Justine. You just couldn't see the chains.
Oh.
Thanks, Ronnie. I'll meditate on that.
Stop trying to be badass, Justine.
I'll take away your bucket.
That would be pretty shit. Huh.
Word.
So what do you think?
I like that she's picked up words from him, but
Lives here. Should we wait for her to come
No.
back?
What do you care?
It's my father. You know what?
why let her go?
You never let your guard down. How many times you...
Whoa, there he goes jumping again. Whoa! That's a cool trick. You gonna kill her?
It'll be our little secret.
Yeah. She tripped and fell onto my steak.
I had no choice.
Connor!
Don't get all stroppy. You fucking killed her. Oh, there he goes again.
Well, how do you think he
How am I
feels?
supposed to know it's not
Responsible.
After
Because he is.
What? No hug?
There's so many like visions and stuff in this episode already. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Oh, I had a feeling he was going to do that. Stop killing everyone in your dreams.
But if I miracle or anything, I'll send up a smoke signal. That's my cue. Take care of yourself and make sure Fluffy's getting enough love.
Lauren!
Do you have anything?
Gavin's work with the psychics has uncovered some invaluable intel in a variety of unexpected areas. Care to enlighten us?
What I do in my personal
Oh.
is none of Gavin's business. He doesn't know anything. There's nothing to take advantage of.
Except you. Staff
And he knows a few things. Hello. Oh, damn.
Oh, I got the cake now!
Yeah. Didn't think that was going to go well.
A vampire can exist indefinitely without feeding. The damage to higher brain functions from prolonged starvation can be catastrophic.
Alright. That makes sense.
I'm not like you.
You're not as strong yet, but...
Like I care what you think?
What'd you say?
It's been a long night. Why don't you go wash up?
Go to your room, young man.
Don't let it go to your head.
That's not the direction it's flowing.
Oh, I knew he was going to say something like that. No, 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 no.
How is he?
What do you think?
He won't shut up.
I had to stop him.
Neither will you.
What a bitch.
Nom 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 nom.
If I could just have a few minutes to explain.
I think your record speaks for itself.
Shut up, Gavin.
Your lack of long-term vision has always been one of your shortcomings.
And lack of courage has always been one of yours. You're afraid of Angel and his son. And that's the reason for your daring strategy of wait and see. Isn't it? You're afraid.
She's got the biggest balls in that room.
That you went over my head?
Just under it, actually.
Oh my god!
Mr. Suvarta didn't think Lynn would
Eat it, Gavin.
sunny enough. You're all reporting to me now. Get out.
That was fucking boss.
What is it?
Bologna.
No tomatoes?
No tomatoes.
Baloney, eh? Very suitable for
What do
him.
you say? I know you're still hurting, but I promise it's not nearly as much as you're gonna hurt for what you did to your father.
In the vision? Or is that real?
We took you into our home. We cared for you, and all this time, how could you do that? How could you?
Ooh! Do it again.
He'll turn on you.
What he has? Shut up, Justine.
Sooner or later, he will turn on you and all your friends.
At least he has friends.
You don't feel anything, do you?
I'm glad they found out about this early, though.
Open me up and find out.
How could you do that to your father?
That thing is not my father.
Yes, he is.
He got what he deserved.
Holt is my father. Me, me, me.
I thought you were safer not knowing.
You were safer? You really don't care anymore, do you?
Cared enough to get Angel out. How dare you, little shit.
Sit down.
Yes. Fine, I'll sit down, but I'll slam the chair.
You had your buddy Justine do it with a nice pick, just to make you hate me.
Even if you still deserved it.
What I deserve is open to debate. What do you deserve?
Ooh!
Daddy's not finished talking.
Hmm.
What you deserve rests on one answer. Did you do something to Cordelia?
No.
He's lying.
No, I'm not. What you did to me was unbelievable, Connor. Then I got stuck in a hell dimension by my girlfriend one time for 100 years, so a few months out of the ocean actually gave me perspective.
True.
I love you, Connor. Now get out of my house.
Okay, there's some work to do there.
I need Cordy. Now.
Same.
Wherever she is, whatever she's going through. We have to find her.
Bloody hell, is she in heaven?
God, I am so bored.
Oh, okay. Okay, I really liked that premiere. I thought it was really well done. For the most part, I think maybe a few too many kind of hallucination dream sequences in there. It did kind of make me not trust a lot of the episode. Like when Fred shocked Connor with the thing because they'd found out what he'd done. I thought that was a dream. So that kind of took a bit of the shock away from me, and I didn't quite feel the full force of that moment. Because I was like, oh, that was quite literally a very shocking moment. So I think maybe Connor's just feeling some guilt and he's hallucinating this kind of thing. And again, a lot of the hallucinations are obviously coming from Angel because he'd been underwater for 3 months. So I did think it was odd that it wouldn't be tied to him. But yeah, that kind of like, oh, okay. So I think maybe there's a bit too much of that side of things. But, you know, once you realised it was real and stuff, it was not really a big deal. But yeah, really solid first episode for the season. I love how much got thrown at us and the characters. And the fact that they found Angel. He's back, that's fine. Connor found out the truth about Holt and everything. I was hoping for a bit more from his reaction. But I feel like maybe he's just not fully on board yet. Like, even if it's not real, even if it's true, you still deserved it. Stroppy teenagers. I I suppose if any teenager has the right to be stroppy, it's someone who was raised in a hell dimension, I guess, and did just lose a father figure. But still, I'm sure Connor will kind of come round to that idea now. I'm glad they haven't gone down the route of Connor's just going to be this villain who doesn't believe a single word Angel says and truly believes that, you know, Holt was murdered by him for like the whole season, whatever. I'm glad they haven't gone down that route. I think that's infinitely more interesting. And the fact that Angel was like, I love you, Connor, now get out. That's really cool. I love that kind of new dynamic for them. And yeah, just lots that the characters could find out. Wesley knew about everything as well, so he was still kind of involved in stuff. And we still haven't, you know, Cordelia's still wherever the hell she is. But they did show her, so it's not like, and there's still kind of like a bit more of a mystery going forward as well. Like, you know, is Cordelia going to get back to the others? Are they going to go and hunt her down or something? So it's still not all fully back to the way things were or whatever. But they did find out, you know, where Angel was and going back. They found out what Connor did with Justine, and Angel found out as well, and Connor found out the truth about Holt. So I like that they got all those big revelations out of the way quite early on, and it's not going to be like dragging for the whole season. So that was cool. I really liked that a lot. So yeah, the hallucinations at the start with like more having dinner. I like that it was kind of, oh, this is how life should be or could be. Everything was fine and everyone was together again. It was normal. Wesley was there. Angel and Cordelia were together. Connor was okay with them. And, you know, that kind of led to Angel's speech at the end of the episode to Connor, which I loved that speech. About that life isn't perfect and life isn't ideal. It's not what we want it to be. So I kind of like that parallel and that contrast between Angel's vision at the start to the reality sinking in at the end. Sinking ocean. So yeah, that was really cool. Can't wait to see what the overall plot for the season is going to be going forward as well. Obviously there's going to be a lot of work to do with Angel and Connor in particular. And maybe Wolfram and Hart is going to have even more of a kind of presence this season, even more so than ever now that Lila's in charge, which I love. That was great. Potentially my favourite plot of the episode was the Lila thing. Yeah, so that was all cool with Angel and Connor finding out the truth. Fred and Gunn, I loved the focus on them. Those two were great in this episode. I like them trying to deal with kind of just being on their own with Connor, having to look after him, still trying to follow these leads, to find Angel and Cordelia, not really getting anywhere, you know, causing a bit of strain. Being badasses with the vampires and stuff was really cool as well, and they developed an interesting rapport with Connor during that time, like a father-son, mother-son kind of bond, which I thought was really cool. And then, yeah, when Fred just finds out and like shocks him and stuff. Great twist of that dynamic. That was great. And yeah, just them being badasses at the fight at the start was really fun. I'm glad we got, obviously Angel's back now, so it's not like they're going to be kind of in charge anymore, I suppose, now that Angel's back. But I'm glad that most of the episode was focused on that. And I like that Wesley did talk to them and told them when he'd found Angel. He actually did speak to them and make contact on his own terms, but he still seems very kind of at a distance. I don't know if that's going to be like the new normal for Wesley, or if in time he can find his way back to them, because obviously what he did last season, you know, kind of changed a lot of stuff, and I don't know if Angel will ever truly forgive him for it. And they did like Angel hallucinating Connor, being like, I should have killed you, but it looked like he was talking to Wesley. That was very well done as well. So I think a lot of that guilt still plays on Wesley's mind, and he's trying to tell himself that he doesn't care, because it just makes it easier than having to deal with that. And, you know, I think it can be very tempting to fall into darkness, and Lila very much represents that. It also helps that the darkness is very easy on the eye when it comes to Lila. And yeah, as soon as that scene happened with those two in bed, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot that happened. And I was actually really intrigued by that dynamic, and it looks like it's going to be continuing. The fact that Lila was like, oh, you know, I'm not sleeping for him with him for knowledge. He doesn't know anything, but he did. So there's going to be a lot more exploration for that dynamic, I think, and I'm very intrigued by it. Just a very interesting pairing of characters that could provide a lot of drama, but Wesley's still very much reserved and away from things. But he still cares enough to have been tracking Angel down all this time. Somehow he got the knowledge out of Justine, which was cool. Keeping her in a cell, maybe not quite so cool. Maybe he could have approached that in a different way, but Justine would have like run away and fucked off. But just locking her up in a cage with a bucket probably isn't great. But at the same time, Justine's boring, so sometimes revenge is all we have. Well, that's not interesting, Justine. But regardless, he helped her out. Now she's locked up again. She just spends all her screen time just like chained to something, doesn't she? So yeah, I don't know if we're going to see any more Justine, but I am glad we got more of her this season after the events of last season. Still very much plagued by her own troubles, and Wesley was keen to point that out to her. And yeah, just another interesting kind of dynamic with those two in this one, but kind of felt like that was going to be it for Justine now. Wesley doesn't have a need for her, now he's found Angel. And he's like, you know, fall back into this darkness or whatever, if you want. But he cuts his ties. Wesley likes cutting ties with people now. That's basically his new thing. And yeah, that can be easier than just rebuilding bridges, is to just become the villain or become the monster people may think you are. And for good reason, I think. But I do also really feel for the guy. And yeah, he's kind of fallen into this new life with Lila and potentially Wolfram and Hart later on down the line. And when you get involved with them and quite literally get into bed with the enemy, in that sense, I think it would be hard to give that up. And yeah, really intrigued to see what Wesley's journey this season is going to be, and hopefully they can really keep him involved in the drama and the plot of the main season, if they are still going to keep him separate from the group and away from Ancient Investigations. I'm still a bit nervous about how that's going to work for him, because I really like Wesley and I really loved his character arc last season. So I'm hoping they continue with that in a really interesting, cool way, and he's not just like relegated to being like a scene every episode or whatever. So yeah, loved all the stuff with Wesley and Lila, their dynamic. Lila just sticking it to Linwood and Gavin was great, very satisfying. I love that you can root for Lila, even though she's still kind of like a baddie, and she's part of Wolfram and Hart, which have been plaguing Angel since the pilot of the show. So yeah, Linwood was an okay kind of hateable villain. I never got quite as endeared by him and, you know, the character as I was with like Holland. So him getting his head cut off, not the biggest loss in the world for me, but it's cool, like stepping stone for Lila to take over. She has a higher position now, which means Gavin's going to be terrified of her, and I'm here for that, because Gavin's a little weasel, can't stand him, and it's great to see Lila get the upper hand on him. That was such a badass moment where she confronted him. Biggest balls in the room, and that was saying a lot. And I love that they opened that scene with her like just inspecting the chair, and you're kind of thinking, oh, she wants that top position, you know, she's kind of dreaming what it would be like to sit there and have that power. And then it turns out she kind of rigged the trap with it. And yeah, that was awesome. I loved that kind of twist with that. So Lila's going to have a really big role hopefully going forward, which I'm all for, because I'm really loving Lila more and more with every appearance. She's so cool. And add on top of that, the relationship between her and Wesley. I think she's going to be one to watch, and I'm very excited for that. Also very happy that Lorne seems to still be sticking around in the show, even though he's in Vegas. We did see him, you know, we saw him in hallucinations and stuff, but we did see him in the present day kind of timeline. So that gives me a lot of hope we are going to keep seeing a bit more of him, hopefully. So yeah, that could be great. And then, yeah, Cordelia at the end. She's ascended, she's bored. Still don't know where they're going with that, and you know, how on earth could you even find Cordelia in that situation? Can she really return to them, or I don't know what the plan is with that, and I'm not even sure if the writers knew entirely at this point, given that, you know, her only present day scene was that very end sting. But you know, I'm very happy to be pleasantly surprised by it, so we'll see. And yeah, just the shifting dynamics I think was a big kind of theme in this episode. An interesting kind of dynamics like Wesley and Lila, Wesley and Justine, the ongoing kind of thing with Angel and Wesley still very much there. I love the kind of complicatedness of Wesley's actions. I loved Fred and Gunn being in charge. Angel and Connor at the end, and you know, what's Connor going to do now? Who's he going to turn to? Lots of stuff at play, and some really interesting things in place for what should be, either way, an interesting season. So yeah, I'm really enjoying where they're going with things so far. I'm just one episode in. And of course, we have 21 episodes. Anything can happen in terms of plot lines. So we'll see. But for me, this is a really strong start to the season. Can't wait to see, you know, what the overall arc could be and what they have in the store there. You know, any like villains at play outside of Lyther. Are we going to get any more? You know, are we going to get like our own version of Holtz or Sarjan this season? Who can say? But I'm excited to carry on with the show and with this season. I think very strong start. Loved the Fred and Gunn focus. Loved everyone finding out all these big revelations. Loved the Wesley and Lyther kind of stuff going on with those two. And intrigued by, you know, the Angel and Connor relationship and what Connor can do now. So yeah. Where's Cordelia? Are we going to find her? I don't know. Another interesting kind of plot for them to go through with, I suppose. Whether or not it pays off, we'll wait and see. Still very wary of it. But nonetheless, really solid premiere. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait for more of this season. And yeah, I think that's it for this cycle of Buffyverse. So the next cycle, I believe, is all Angel. It's got a bit of a head start on with Buffy this season. So I think the next cycle is Angel, episode 2, 3, and 4, I think. So yes, that's going to be that. And yeah, great first episode, really great premiere. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.